For today's grim story, we find ourselves in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is a case that many people consider to be the most horrific crime in the state's history: the murder of Sylvia Likens. More than 50 years later, her name still carries a weight that has never faded. A teenager whose death shocked a nation, changed laws, and exposed a tragedy that unfolded in plain sight. On October 26, 1965, police were called to a home in Indianapolis. Inside, they discovered the body of a 16-year-old girl. She was severely malnourished and showed signs of prolonged abuse. Officers later described the case as one of the worst crimes they had ever encountered. That girl was Sylvia Likens. Sylvia came from a traveling carnival family. Her parents often worked on the road, and during one of those trips, they placed Sylvia and her younger sister in the care of a local woman, Gertrude Banishevsky. She was supposed to be a caretaker. Instead, over the next 3 months, Sylvia would suffer abuse at the hands of Banishevsky, her children, and even neighborhood youths who were allowed into the home. When authorities arrived that night, Sylvia was found lying on a mattress in an upstairs bedroom. She was emaciated, injured, and barely alive. Medical examination later confirmed that she had endured extended neglect and violence over a prolonged period. The official cause of death was brain trauma from a blow to the head, with severe injuries and shock contributing. Investigators learned that Sylvia's ordeal had unfolded over roughly 3 months. Witness testimony revealed a disturbing pattern: punishments, humiliation, and escalating cruelty inflicted within the home. What made the case even more shocking was the number of people who were aware of what was happening. Some participated, others heard screams but never intervened. The house stood in an ordinary residential neighborhood. Quiet streets, family homes, nothing outwardly unusual. Yet inside one house, a teenager was being abused in isolation. Later testimony from a neighbor described hearing Sylvia's screams during the night, until one night they suddenly stopped. The investigation quickly identified Gertrude Banishevsky and several others in the household as responsible. Multiple individuals were charged. The case shocked the public, not only because of the cruelty, but because of the collective nature of the abuse. As details emerged in court, public outrage grew rapidly. Many questioned how such prolonged abuse could occur without intervention. The Sylvia Likens case became a national headline and a symbol of systemic failure to protect vulnerable children. Today, Sylvia rests at Oak Hill Cemetery in Lebanon, Indiana. Her grave is simple, marked with her name and the years 1949 to 1965. Visitors often leave flowers, small toys, and tokens of remembrance. A quiet place for a life cut tragically short. Sylvia's case led to significant legal changes in Indiana. Mandatory reporting laws were strengthened, requiring individuals to report suspected child abuse.
Child advocacy programs were also established in her name, aimed at protecting victims and raising awareness. Her tragedy became a catalyst for reform. For Sylvia's family, the loss never faded. Visits to her grave became a ritual, a quiet connection to a daughter and sister remembered with love. Over time, her name transformed from a symbol of horror into one of remembrance and protection. When people hear the name Sylvia Likens, they often recall one of the darkest cases of child abuse in American history. But today, her legacy also represents awareness, vigilance, and the responsibility to act when harm is seen. Her story is a reminder: silence enables abuse, and awareness can save lives. Thank you for joining us on this difficult journey from Sylvia's resting place to the site of the crime to the memorial that now honors her memory. If there is one lesson this case leaves behind, it is this: if you suspect abuse, speak up, report it, reach out, because awareness can change outcomes.